I've picked up quite a bit of gear recently. Some of it I've bought myself, and some of it has been sent to the channel. And that's the thing about everyday carry. It's easy to buy gear, and it's even easier to be sent gear. But it's much harder for something to actually earn a place in your carry. Because the real question isn't whether a piece of gear is good. Most modern gear is pretty good. The question is, does it solve a problem? Does it make life easier? And do you actually keep reaching for it? So today I want to show you what's landed on my desk over the last couple of months. Some of it has already earned a place. Some of it is still on trial. And one item right at the end is probably going to make EDC purists wince. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, I'm Jim Bob and welcome to Jim Bob's EDC, where I share everyday carry setups, gear reviews, pocket dumps and more. If you are into EDC bags, knives, multi-tools, flashlights, kits and pouches, or just like seeing what people actually carry, you are in the right place. Because what you carry carries you. Now, quite often I focus on one product at a time. Brilliant bags, fantastic flashlights, superb slings. But every now and then enough new gear arrives that it's worth sitting down and having a proper catch up. So that's what this is. Links to everything mentioned are down in the description, and using those links would really help support the channel. So let's kick off with the bag I've probably used more than anything else recently. I've spent quite a bit of time looking at the new Fyro bags. I was lucky enough to be involved in the launch of the new Citta range, launching imminently. This was a huge thrill for a small channel. Fyro was created by Aaron from Nomads Nation, someone who spent years reviewing bags and talking to the carry community before eventually deciding to create his own. And out of everything that's arrived recently, this is probably the item I've used the most. The Fyro Citta 18 litre backpack, with stiff competition from the 25 litre version that's excellent for larger carries, travel and work. But this has become my EDC sweet spot. Laptop, notebook, a few accessories, done. It's comfortable, it looks good, it works brilliantly with the rest of my Fyro carry setup. And most importantly, I don't think about it, I just grab it. And that's usually the sign of a really good bag. Not the one with the most features, but the one you automatically reach for. This has absolutely earned its place. At the time of filming, this is expected to launch at around the $230 mark. At the opposite end of the scale, I've also been carrying this, the tomtoc T33 3.5 litre sling, which tomtoc very kindly sent to the channel. Now, I'm a big sling user. I think they are great pieces of kit for pocket relieving and everyday carry. I've got the Bellroy Venture 9 litre, I've got the Fyro Citta 3 litre, and I've got the Alpaca Nano 1.5 litre. Different slings for different carries, so it takes quite a lot to impress me. But this has. It keeps finding reasons to exist. Walks, day trips, travelling light, those days when you don't quite want a backpack. What I like is that it feels far more premium than the price suggests. A lightweight but sturdy build with this lovely orange interior. And at around £40, it's genuinely hard to argue with. Has it completely replaced my other slings? No, but it's definitely earned a place in the rotation. I love a good multi-tool, probably more than many sensible people should, but something unexpected happened recently. I lost my Victorinox compact. And I was genuinely annoyed. My own stupid fault, not checking my room before leaving an Airbnb. Now, if you've ever lost a piece of gear that you use every day, you'll understand. it's not just the money. It was the habit, the familiarity, the fact that it was always there. So I started looking for a replacement, and rather than going like for like, I thought I'd try something different. And I ended up with this, the Victorinox Climber. Slightly thicker, 3 layers instead of the Compact's 2, but with 14 functions. You've got the UK legal blade, a secondary blade, corkscrew, can opener, 3mm screwdriver, bottle opener, 6mm screwdriver, wire stripper, reamer punch and sewing awl, the excellent Victorinox scissors, a multi-purpose hook, tweezers, toothpick, and a keyring or lanyard loop. And I really like it. Not necessarily more than the Compact, but certainly more than I expected to. The scissors are still fantastic. You still get the tools I use most often. And for roughly 2/3 of the price of a Compact, it's become one of the easiest recommendations I've made recently. This has definitely earned its place, and it's currently around £33. Now this surprised me because it's not really a multi-tool and it's not really a knife. It's almost a toolbox stripped back to the essentials. It's the Gerber armbar, and the blade is useful, nice and sharp out of the box, though it is locking, so UK users do be aware of the rules. But you've also got a package opener, bottle opener, pry bar, all a useful pair of scissors. But it was the bit driver that sold it to me. Because let's be honest, most of us aren't rebuilding engines. We're tightening screws, adjusting hinges, putting furniture together, opening boxes. This feels designed for that reality. It's compact, functional, and I found myself reaching for it constantly around the house. And it costs around £35. Which leads perfectly into this, the Leatherman Bit Kit. Sometimes you don't need another tool, you just need the right screwdriver bit. And combined with an extender and a ratchet sold separately, this has completely changed how I build compact toolkits, whether it's with my Leatherman Wave or with the Gerber. And it means I can carry far less while still doing more. Not exciting, not flashy, but incredibly useful, and around £20. Now this is something I couldn't resist when it was on offer at half price. This is the Hoto precision screwdriver. It's definitely one of those gadgets that's nicer than it needs to be. But if you enjoy tinkering with gear, or you need to open battery compartments, or adjust gadgets, or work on electronics, it's surprisingly good. It's beautifully made. The storage is clever. Inside there are 12 double-ended bits held magnetically. It's not for assembling furniture, but it's one of those tools that makes a small job feel effortless. And it will cost you around £15. And then we have the tiny option, the Nextool Mini Sailor SO. This thing is absurdly small, but every time I pick it up, I'm reminded how much utility you can fit into a tiny package. This was chosen specifically for a cabin-friendly travel pouch, as it doesn't have a blade. But with scissors, file, bottle opener, tweezers, small screwdrivers, all in a 35-gram form factor, not much thicker than a credit card, it offers a lot of travel-friendly function. It is not a full-size multi-tool, and it doesn't pretend to be, but for pouch, Altoids tin or keychain carry, it's genuinely impressive, and it costs around £15. Now let's talk flashlights, because nobody needs this many flashlights. At least that's what normal people tell me. The Wuben G5 remains one of my favourites, and this yellow version is a limited edition of the EDC favourite. It's tiny, it's quirky, it delivers 400 lumens with a useful 180-degree rotating head. It clips almost anywhere. It's USB rechargeable, and I use it constantly. It's one of those lights that doesn't seem exciting until you realise how often you're reaching for it. and the new yellow version only makes it more fun, and it costs around £30. Then we have the HD04 from Wurkkos, who have been another big supporter of the channel. This is definitely a more serious light, delivering up to 750 lumens with a 120 meter range, and again with a 180-degree rotatable head. It's compact, it weighs just 56 grams, and it has a magnetic tail cap, a sturdy clip, and USB-C charging. Multiple ways to use it, more output, more versatility, and I think it's another example of a company trying to do something a little different, and it will cost you around £40. And then we get weird. This is the Wurkkos DL04, designed for, amongst other things, as a diving signal light. It's IPX8 waterproof up to 100 meters, which raises a reasonable question. Why does somebody in Halifax, in the middle of the country, need a diving signal light? Curiosity. When Wurkkos offered to send it to me, I had to take a look, but I have to admit it's quite fascinating and probably one of the most unusual lights I've looked at recently, and it costs around £12. The ChillyPop Fan may be the least exciting item in this video, but it arrived just as Britain experienced what we call a heat wave. This seems to mean 3 consecutive days above 25 degrees. And suddenly this little fan made perfect sense. It's small, it's portable, it's not premium, but when needed it really is practical. And sometimes that's enough. It's around $20 in the US, but check the Sabrent website for details of current UK availability. This one immediately took me back to being a teenager, recording tapes, borrowing albums, making compilation cassettes, listening to the radio, waiting for your favourite song to come on. This is the Retekess TR642 radio, cassette and CD player, what they are calling a boombox. Now, unlike the boombox devices of my youth, this modern version, which Retekess kindly sent to the channel, adds Bluetooth, USB connectivity and rechargeable batteries. It is powered by a 5000 mAh rechargeable battery, offering up to 15 hours of continuous playtime. You can listen to AM and FM radio, cassettes and CDs. Or there is wireless audio or input via the aux cable or USB. So you can listen to old people's physical music or modern digital files effortlessly. But that's not really why I like it. I love the modern world of streaming, but I like this because it reminds me of a time when music felt a little more intentional. And yes, there's definitely a healthy amount of nostalgia involved. And this modern take on audio nostalgia costs around £70. You may know by now that I have a soft spot for analogue gear, pens, paper, notebooks, and while I love the Traveller's Company notebook concept, I've struggled with the price and the availability. So I decided to try a cheaper alternative to test the format. And this Voyager refillable journal is excellent. For less than £12 you get the cover, 3 inserts and a storage pouch. It's not perfect, it's not Traveller's Company standard leather, but the 85 GSM paper is surprisingly good, though not for fountain pens, and it's a great introduction to the Traveller's Company style. But it reminded me of something important. Sometimes the best gear isn't the most expensive gear, it's the gear that gets used, and this is getting used. And because I clearly have no self-control, I then bought the Traveller's Company brass pen, which I absolutely love. It's a beautifully weighted compact pen that writes exquisitely. At £35 it costs 3 times the notebook setup, but it is worth every penny. Now, if you've made it this far, it's time for the item that's probably going to upset some people, because not everything needs to be titanium, not everything needs to be premium, and not everything needs to be optimized. Sometimes I buy things simply because they're interesting or amusing, or because I want to see if they solve a problem in a different way. And that brings us to this. The Macpoo 9-in-1 multi-tool pen. Part pen, part screwdriver, part spirit level, part surprisingly effective flashlight. And somehow all of that makes me smile. Will it earn a permanent place in my carry? Maybe not, but it is in my folio for now. And it's fun, which is sometimes reason enough. And that fun costs £9. And there we have it, some of the gear that's landed on my desk recently. Some of it has already earned a permanent place in my carry. Some of it is still on trial, and a couple of items may quietly disappear and never be spoken about again. But that's part of what makes this hobby enjoyable. Trying things, experimenting, and finding what genuinely works for you. But which item stood out the most? Do let me know down in the comments. I read every single one. Thank you to Fyro, tomtoc, Wuben, Wurkkos, Sabrent and Retekess for sending items to the channel. I really do appreciate it. Links to the gear are in the description down below, as well as links to my Amazon storefront and my other channel, Wando James, Pubs, Pints and Places. If you enjoyed the video, a like would be great and a subscribe would be amazing. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one, and remember, what you carry carries you.